Good afternoon, viewers and subscribers. I'm back again with the update following some questions that continue to be asked by our subscribers in as far as trying to move from the Zimbabwe exemption permit to the mainstream South African permit is concerned. Now, the biggest worry that we are getting, or biggest voices of worry that we are getting, are from Zimbabwean teachers who are trying to move from the Zimbabwe exemption permit to other permits. Uh, this is what we're going to talk about because we're getting reports that some have had their employment ended abruptly, some have had their contracts cancelled, and others are failing to get employment in South Africa because of a number of issues. But before we go ahead, I would like to invite you to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it for the benefit of others who are in an almost similar situation. So the questions that we've been asked is, are the ZEP holding teachers allowed to continue working in South Africa? Yes, they are, because the government, when it extended that moratorium for Zimbabwe exemption permit holders to remain in South Africa, continuing with the business that they were doing before their expiry in December last year, they extended these to even educators that are in South Africa. But of course, we are getting some worrying reports, especially from the Northwest, Mpumalanga, and KZN, Northern Cape, where teachers have had their contracts cancelled. Many of them, not all of them, but many of them have had their contracts cancelled because their permits are said to have expired. Some are failing to get their certificates from the department here in South Africa. There are many others again who are asking if they can apply directly for waivers or for critical skills visas. So it is very worrying that some teachers have had their contracts cancelled despite having this grace period that they were given by the government. And what we have done, because this is continuing unabated, schools are cancelling these permits and these contracts, and the government itself seems to be refusing to accredit the teachers because apparently their permits are said to have expired. So we are reaching out to the government departments to try and find out on what really is transpiring and get the advice that the teachers need to follow so that they can be given new contracts running up to at least the end of this year. So please stay tuned. As soon as we get confirmation responses from the responsible departments and from the government generally, we will come back here and tell you what they said, including the advice that they would have given. For now, we don't know why they continue to cancel this, but we are happy that there are some teachers that have remained under employment. We commiserate with those that have lost their jobs, and we promise that we're going to reach out to the responsible authorities to try and reach an understanding in as far as the concerned teachers are concerned. And then the critical skills visa. Yes, teachers are allowed to apply for critical skills visa, but before you apply for any kind of visa, you must make sure that you qualify for it. The government published recently a list of critical skills visas and an immigration directive of what is really needed for you to be able to apply for a critical skills visa and what type of skills are covered there. And from the teaching category, you need to satisfy what are called STEM. That is there are some subjects that you need to have studied, that you need to be teaching. It's called STEM, that is science, technology, engineering, and maths. So these are the subjects that you need to be teaching for you to be able to apply for the critical skills visa. If you will realize that teachers that are already in South Africa, when the list was released, were not covered in the immigration directive. But it doesn't matter if you're on a ZEP. This is where you then apply for the critical skills visa. And when they ask you to supply some of these issues, like you have to be in South Africa, in your home country, that is Zimbabwe, you have to have gone through some red tapes. This is when then that you apply for a waiver, because you've already been here, you've already been teaching here. So you need to ask the institution that you are working at to write a letter for you stating that you have been employed and they really want to retain your services. But you only apply for a waiver after you have applied for the permit that you want, the permit that you qualify for, in this case, a critical skills visa. Then after that, you will be told that you should provide certain documents. This is when you then tell them, and that this is when you then apply for a waiver, because you've been here, you've been working here, and you've been living here, working under the Zimbabwe Exemption Permit. So we have to be clear about that. You first apply for the visa that you qualify for. Then when you are asked to satisfy some of the red tapes that exist for somebody who's not on the ZEP, who is just applying from a position of no permit at all, then that's when you apply for a waiver. I think I've responded to all the questions that were raised. If there is a question that I left out, you are free to ask it again so that we can respond to it. So on those that have had their contracts cancelled, I said we're going to reach out to the government, we're going to reach out to the authorities that deal with that, and then we'll come back with their advice on what you should do. So for now, please continue tuning into this channel. We are going to bring more about the ZEP, about those who want to move from the ZEP to other mainstream permits. We are going to respond to the questions that you are sending through. You don't have to be a Zimbabwean to be a viewer of AVG News. You can be from any country, including South Africa. If you have a concern that you want us to cover or that you want us to address, you are free to send those through via the comment section underneath this video, and then we'll respond to them, because this channel is meant to satisfy the content needs of all Africans and those that are interested in African issues, especially those that are based in South Africa, but also those that are based elsewhere out of South Africa, because this is a channel which is dedicated to African voices. And let me take this time again, this opportunity, to announce to you that we are starting a new month. This channel will go full blown. We have a number of programs that we had planned for you, but now because of the pressing issues regarding xenophobia, regarding the Zimbabwe Exemption Permit and other issues, we have somehow concentrated on those, but it doesn't mean that this is what we are all about. There are a number of topics. There will be several interviews, face-to-face interviews. There will be live coverage of events. There will be a number of other issues that will be covering general news. We'll be bringing you documentaries. We'll be bringing you drama. We'll be bringing you musical shows. We'll be bringing you all sorts of programs that you expect from a television channel, because the ultimate aim is to convert this into a full-fledged television channel in terms of content. We'll also be bringing you news bulletins, and you, as time goes on, you'll be seeing new faces on this channel. You'll be seeing new programs on this channel, because we want to satisfy the content needs of every African alive anywhere in the world. So if you have stuff that you believe that needs to be covered, if you have events that you need us to cover, be they live or pre-recorded, we can do that. Just reach out to us via the comment section underneath this video, and we will be in touch. Give us your details, the full details of what you want us to cover, where you want us to cover it, and the contacts of the people that we should reach out to so that we can aptly cover those events. So you will be seeing a lot of live coverage, as I've said. You'll be seeing a lot of documentaries. You'll be seeing a lot of even investigative stories, because that is what we are good at. And we want to be the ultimate voice of Africans anywhere in the world, hence the name African Voice Global News. You don't have to be a Zimbabwean. You don't have to be a migrant. You don't have to be a refugee. You just have to be an African or anybody else who is operating in Africa or who is interested in African issues. Thank you very much. My name is Mxolisi Ncube. I hope you will have a wonderful day, or whatever remains of the day. Also remember that we'll be covering more stuff, and we will be coming here posting stuff more frequently than before, because the idea is to satisfy your content needs. Thank you.